All right, good afternoon, folks. It is time to get trading. I am Pepper. This is the Godly Trading Room. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in today to today's. We're going to touch on our usual suspects of different strategies, but I also want to touch on the topic of prop firms and the different ways that different people use prop firms. I'm going to show you some that other people I know are using. I'm show you the ones that I'm using, and I've got a couple of discount codes to give to you if you're interested in those as well. First things first, as always, I'm going to go to the verse of the day. This one really kind of tickles me because so this is today's proverb. So if you are following along with the idea that I had this today before you trade, read that day's proverb. All right, today is the 26th of February, so read Proverbs 26. So the first, I don't know, the first 10, 11, 12, first 11 verses are all about a fool. Oh, a fool does this, better this than a fool, better that than a fool. All of these things that are better than being a fool. He who sends a message cuts off his own feet. It hammers home the idea that fools are bad people, that you shouldn't be a fool. And then it says this, Proverbs 26:12. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? There's more hope for a fool than for him. We just got through talking about how bad it was to be a fool. And it says, hey, by the way, if you are wise in your own eyes, if you think you know what you're doing, if you think you've got it all together, yeah, you're worse than a fool. It's just, I love finding humorous elements in the Bible. There was one, and this has nothing to do with trading. There was one in the Litany of the Kings, in either First Kings or Chronicles, and it's talking about that this person died, blah blah. He was laid to rest with his fathers, and they had this one king. It says, and to no one's sorrow, this king died. I'm like, that's just hilarious. Anyway, what's the takeaway here? Don't be wise in your own eyes. Don't rely on your own strength. Proverbs something. Isaac, tell me which one this is. Lean not on your own, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Proverbs 3, 5 and 6, I believe it was. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Because if you do, you are worse than a fool. And I think that applies to our trading so much. So prop firms is the main topic of today. And let me just dive in and show you how I'm trading them in various ways. So let's go to the charts and let me show you. This is a company. Proverbs 3:5 is a good one. Oh, by the way, guys, everyone out there, I would ask you to pray for Isaac. He is this morning I was in his trading room, and I think he actually coughed up 3 or 4 lungs. He needs prayer. He's under the weather, but he was, bless his heart, he was in there trading with everybody, showing folks how to trade this morning. And I tell you what, the thing I love about his trading room, the thing I love about Isaac, you can hear him smiling when he's off camera. It just comes out his pores. I love that. So this is my DarwinX prop firm account. We're going to get to DarwinX specifically here in a minute. Oh, he said he's feeling better now. Good. I just moved to Florida, Isaac. I hear the weather is better there. So this is the Bob strategy, the sort of breakout strategy trading on my DarwinX account. This is a $100,000 prop firm account. I'll get into the details of it in just a minute. I do need to fill you in on a couple of trades we have here. The Aussie Yen, we hit our first take profit yesterday on this. Let me make it a little bit larger so you can see. We hit our first take profit yesterday on that. Price is doing okay. Euro pound finally decided to make a move today. That was nice. And then Kiwi Yen, we got into it 2 days ago. I got into it. Well, basically got into it yesterday, and the minute I got in, they started falling. That's just how things go. I want to show you real quick the filters that I like to put on trading strategies. I'm a big proponent of simplicity. By the fact, Mr. Producer, challenge. Next week in our 5-day trading challenge, we are going to be hammering, well, not hammering, that sounds a little aggressive. We're going to be showing you that discipline and strategy might not be, lack of discipline and a poor strategy might not be what's holding you back. It might be that you don't have a plan. And it's easy. And, and the simpler. So if you're interested in that, there's the thing scrolling across the screen right now. Um, this trade plan that I'm showing you, this trade strategy that I'm showing you right here, is very, very simple. It's just got basically two component parts. It's got a moving average channel and then one indicator at the bottom. That's it. Other things you see on there, they're just aspects of different rules that I have put in place for graphical purposes only, right? That's why they're there. I need to turn them off so that it's a little cleaner. I know that it looks overwhelming, but it's not. It's not really. There was a trade on Aussie US right here. So as per my rules, I say, okay, this indicator down here, it was green, and it flipped to gray, which says don't do anything, and then flip back to green. For me, that's a signal to get back into the trend as it continues. One of the rules I have in place, though, is do I have enough room before I hit a level? What's it? By the way, speaking of Isaac and his trading room, this morning he was showing levels, and I don't recall how he sets his levels. One of our students in our program cut his teeth on fair value gaps. I love supply and demand. They are all exactly the same. Okay, they're not exactly the same, but they're all close enough that my supply and demand chart was lining up with John's fair value gap chart with Isaac's levels. Trading is trading. It's universal. These concepts. Anyway, one of my rules says, hey, I need to be able to have clear sailing to my first take profit. I don't want to hit something that's in the way. As you can see right here, I had to pull the chart down to make sure this, even though I have a signal to go long, I don't have enough room before I hit this thing here. So not taking it. So I just want to show you that a simple strategy is, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have one or two components parts to my setup, and then one or two rules that come along beside it and say, hey, is there some way we can filter out some of those losses? That's what this is for. Isaac says, I do my support and resistance levels based on the yearly time frame. Oh my goodness. And the 1 month time frame. But like you said, it's awesome. Trading is trading. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. I think I did. I'm gonna say it again. We were trading the NQ this morning. I made $1,000 this morning in Isaac's trading room in about 15 minutes. And we're all trading some version of the NASDAQ, the NQ futures, the triple Q with options, and me trading the NDX on a Forex platform, all trading the exact same chart. Trading is trading. We humans are the ones that overcomplicate things. Our God is a God of simplicity. He's not a God of chaos. And we think that, oh, we've got someone here from Cyprus. Mr. Producer, pop that up there if you would. We are the ones who complicate things. So this is my chart. I just want to show you that I have a couple of simple rules in place that keep me out of trades that my testing has shown me, hey, this is probably not a good idea. By and large, these things fail. So I have a rule in place. Over here, this is so I'm having to take I'll tell you this in a minute why I'm doing this. I'm having to take a few manual trades on my trading robot to try to force it to finish its calibration phase before the end of the month, which is tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. Here's what I did this morning over here on NDX. Where were we? We were up here. We caught the breakout, and this is me day trading. Never thought I would do that, but you know what? Why not? You're never too old to try something new, as long as it's not a distraction, as long as you have the time for it. The thing I loved the most about what Isaac said this morning was, hey, we're done. Move on with life. Shut your computer off and go do something else. Let's look at Frank real quick. Frank, I'm trading on this particular platform. This is CTI, City Traders Imperium. I've used, this is my second go round with them. I traded them about 5 years ago when I was really inconsistent. I did not keep the account. I am $600 out of $800 towards hitting a fully funded account and getting a payout. It's taken me a month to get to where I am currently. So most prop firms make their money off of impatient traders. So if you're a patient trader, trade a prop firm. But look at Frank. Right now we're down about $60 total, and it's all those Kiwi pairs. Aussie CAD, we hit our take profit yesterday. Swiss yen, we hit our take profit already. Last week. Aussie Swiss is moving in our direction. We're about 3/4 of the way to where we need to be. By the way, if you missed the first signal, which was here, and you got it on the second signal, you've already hit your take profit on Frank. Mr. Producer, put up the Frank banner. If you still need a copy of, there we go. If you still need a copy of the strategy, I think we have the automated email system working now. So if you just go to this website, put in your email address, it'll shoot you the PDF, and it'll shoot you a copy of the or a link to last Friday's me explaining Frank really quickly. I will absolutely, for all of you who want more information on how to trade Frank, I will absolutely sit down and calmly and slowly explain this thing. For now, when you go to the YouTube video, it's a little deer icon and turn me down to 0.75 so that I don't go too fast. Anyway, that was that one. This one we are we're so positive on it. Here we get into the negative trades. All right, so all of the Kiwi pairs, and frankly, I should not have been in this many Kiwi pairs. I think I was in this many because I was in a hurry. I think that I didn't pay attention. Right? I never want more than 2% at risk of any one particular country's currency or one stock or one individual thing. And I mean, I'm maxed out right now on the Kiwi. I'm at 0.5% on 4 trades, and every one of them is going the same direction, which is what the deficit you're seeing in my account. If I get out of these, we'll see what happens. So this one is, like I said, I'm trading here on CTI, which is a traditional prop firm. Darwinex. What we're looking at here is my Darwinex account for the gold trading robot. Darwinex is not your standard prop firm. I love them because, first and foremost, they are the best fallback option for anybody. I like them personally, but they're the best fallback option prop firm out there because they're not a prop firm. Darwinex, their goal is to create a verifiable track record for individual traders that they can then show to their investors, and their investors will put money to. I had an investor last May. I had 3 investors through them, and May was the worst month I ever. End of April, I got, I don't know, $40,000 outside investment in my account, and then May rolls around. The very first month of being an invested trader, someone invested in me. May was the worst month I'd ever had. Lost 5%. Bless their hearts. And I still have one guy that's got like $300 left invested with me. Their entire purpose is to create a way where Mark has asked, have I ever used Top One? I haven't ever used Top One, but I will get a question answered for you. I believe Brother Pierre has used. I will ask him that question and get you an answer for that. Unless I'm confusing what he's done with Top Step. It's entirely possible, given my age, that I'm confusing it with Top Step. No comments from the producer about my age. So Darwinex, the beauty of Darwinex is there are no rules. You're never going to lose the account. You're never going to violate a percentage, a drawdown. There's no such thing as drawdown. There's no such thing as consistency. It's just trade how you want to trade. That's all. It's 50. Well, it's 50 euro. I think it's $52 a month. I use them honestly. I've got 2 accounts with them, and one of them is just for backtesting purposes, just to give me access to real world data. So that's Darwinex. Anybody can sign up for them. They're great. Don't expect to get giant payouts from them initially. It takes their entire purpose is to develop you into a slow and steady trader. Their CEO says, we want traders who make 1 to 2% a month, every month for 10 years. That's Darwinex. I love them. CTI, I have used traditional prop firm. I believe in them. I have used the Fibers in the past, and then we all got – I was chilling it over in my Fibers account, and we all got booted out. All we Americans. Back during the Biden administration, the powers that be that run Wall Street the govern Wall Street, I should say, didn't like the fact that you could trade Forex on deregulated markets around the world. And so they couldn't pass a law against it because they couldn't pass a law. They couldn't get it through Congress. So the White House decided to apply pressure to the one platform that everyone used, which is MT5. How do they do that? They applied pressure to Apple. They told Apple, if you don't have the company that owns MT5 kick all of their American traders off their platform, we're going to do something bad to you, Apple. So, long story short, I and a whole bunch of others got kicked off Fivers and FTMO. These are two big granddaddies of them all when it comes to Forex. Americans back on board, which is great. Not with MT5, which is not great. Like I said, I'm using Match Trader. It's okay. It's okay over here on CTI. But one of the best places you can go, prop firm match. This is Yelp for prop firms, and you can sort and filter by country and how long they've been in business and what kind of payouts they have and all of these things. And you can see real world reviews. This isn't a commercial. I have no financial affiliation with them. I don't even know if it's possible to have a financial affiliation with them, but this is a great place to go if you want to sort and filter. Like, for instance, one of the things that students in our program have asked is, hey, how do I make sure that my trading style works with this prop firm? I'm like, no, that's backwards. We don't try to tailor our trading style to this prop firm. We build our plan, and then we go find a prop firm that fits us. And you will absolutely. Isaac says, and I'm glad he says it because I was about to show it. Isaac uses Apex and Take Profit. So over here on Isaac's Discord channel, you can see that he uses Apex. He's even got a some sort of code, I think, discount code. I didn't bother to read it because it said futures, and I just don't trade futures. Isaac, correct me if I'm wrong that you have some sort of discount code. Speaking of which, in Mr. Producer, there's a banner that says discount. I've got a discount code for Darwinex. If you want it, it's like 25% or 50% off your first month. If you want either mine or Isaac's, I'll get it from him. Just put the word discount in the chat, and we'll send it to you. Apex is one of the bigger ones, and Top Step. Those are both futures prop firms here in the U.S. And you know, as a futures product, if you're concerned, then if you're concerned at all about these things going belly up, if you're concerned about deregulation and sort of being the Wild West like Forex is, I love it. Futures is the way to go because futures is regulated, right? Futures are bought and sold on the Chicago Board Exchange or Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They are centralized and regulated, and as a result, the futures prop firms are as well. My understanding is that Top Step is a little more expensive, but that is the one I'm almost 90% sure my buddy Pierre uses Top Step, not Top One. I've never heard of Top One. We're actually going to be talking about this tonight in our Godly Trading membership Zoom call. We do 2 of them a week. Our Monday night calls is all about spiritual mindset. It's like half Bible study, half group therapy. But our midweek is the one where we introduce like a nuts and bolts trading ideas. And last week we had Rolando talking about the forest strategy, a new way he's trading it. Tonight we're talking about prop firms. And because they are a great tool to use. And here's how I like to use them most often. So let's say that you are either new to trading or you are starting over or you're frustrated or whatever it is, right? You have not crossed over to the other side of that consistency hill. Again, we're talking about this main thrust for next week's challenge. And you come to me and say, hey, can you help me do this thing? I said, all right, here's the path forward. Not only are we going to build a plan, but when time comes to start trading, here's what we're going to do. Step 1 is always trading on demo, on a practice account. That is biblical stewardship. We're not putting any money at risk. I had somebody, I do these one-on-one calls. I don't know if the button is working on the website. You go to Thomas's book a call. I think it might be. Mark, I think, had some difficulty recently. I had a one-on-one call recently, 3 months ago. Someone came to me and says, "Hey, I'm doing really well, and I want to go full time." Okay, what is it really well? So my wife and I had been trading futures on demo for 3 months, and we're ready to quit our jobs and be full-time traders. You guys have been here long enough to know that I am not very often am I left speechless. I will always have something to say. I couldn't come up with a nice way to say that's a terrible idea. I didn't say anything. I just sort of like, oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, point being, when you're just getting going, whether it's new to you, the whole idea of trading, a new strategy, a new market, trade on demo first, because all you're after is proficiency and muscle memory, right? After a couple of months of that, when you've got it down, then the next step is a very small account size. It's one of these I love Forex because you can open up an account with Awanda. By the way, Awanda just got bought out by FTMO. You can open an account with Awanda for $10. Mark says, "Gotcha. Yes, that makes sense. Top One offers instant funding accounts for a one-time fee. A lot of them do that. Yes, and I don't have a problem with any of this. Read everything about the prop firm. Make sure you fully understand all of their rules. And if you read them all and you are okay with them, then absolutely trade them. Yes, there's a chance that 50% of the firms out there are just in it for the fees they're going to collect from traders. Yes, they're probably hoping you're going to blow your account and start over. There are probably very few that are really interested in gathering trade. I mean, a prop firm at its core, the inception, the original idea of a prop firm was, here's a hedge fund that's going to crowdsource its traders, right? It's going to just open its arms and say, hey, anybody in the world, if you can prove to us you know what you're doing, you'll be one of our traders. Do it from home. We will allocate some of our money into your account, like you're one of our traders on our desk, and we'll split the proceeds. That's what a prop firm is. And then, how do we jump through the hoops? Well, we got too many people. Let's charge an entrance fee. Oh, hey, we can make money on entrance fees. Well, we're making more money on entrance fees than these traders are making on the market. Maybe if we change the rules on them, they all start to blow their accounts and repeat, we'll just make money that way. So it's kind of been the slippery slope of how a lot of prop firms are going. There are still some good ones out there. I liken it to Robinhood, the stock trading account, right? So a lot of people like Robinhood. My opinion on Robinhood is, as long as you know how Robinhood makes its money, Robinhood is the app where you can trade stocks on your phone with no commissions. As long as you know that you are not Robinhood's client, you are Robinhood's product. As long as you're okay with that, then sure, free, no commissions, being able to buy fractional shares is so valuable. Again, the reason I love Forex is because step 2 of implementing your trade, getting going is, I'm going to trade real money with $10 or $50, some very small account. Well, you can't do that and even buy one share of Tesla, right? But with Robinhood, you can, because you can buy a fractional share of Tesla with $50. So I love Robinhood in that respect. Just understand, you're not Robinhood's customer. You're Robinhood's product, right? They're selling your trades to BlackRock on the microsecond level. I'm not going into that. Anyway, same thing with these prop firms. Read everything. And if you're okay with the rules, sign up for it. That's actually step 3 or step 2.5, depending on your market. If you say, well, okay, I want to do the $50 thing. I've been trading on demo for, what time have I got? Oh my goodness, I got to get out of here. I've been trading on demo for 2 months. I'm ready to take the next step. But my heart lies in futures or stocks. My heart lies in stocks. At $50, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, well then you take that $50 and you put it into a prop firm account. The point here is to have money at risk, your own money is a very, very laughably small amount of money at risk. I think I heard Isaac say this morning that somebody got an Apex account for $19, just got a $2,000 payout after like a month. So the point is, so I'm going to have some of my own money at risk, some skin in the game, but it's going to be a very small amount, so that if I lose it, it doesn't hurt me. I mean, $50 is, 4 really good meals from Chick-fil-A. Anyway, So we're great in that respect. If your market can't if $50 is inapplicable to go trade your market, then put the $50 into a prop firm account. And with the knowledge, you're treating this like a practice account. Don't focus on the payouts. Focus on the fact that I am trading in the real world with real money behind it. Don't your first 6 months of trading something new, you are looking for consistency. That is your currency. Hey, can I be consistent? Chris, pop up this question about gold. So I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to have to get out of here because I'm going to get banned by YouTube. So gold is one of those, you would think everybody can trade gold. U.S. government does not like you to trade gold. In fact, not even just the U.S. government, there are individual states. We've got a member of our community who lives in Indiana. I can trade gold, but he can't because of Indiana law. So when it comes to gold and silver, sometimes you're going to have to find other ways around it. Trade a gold ETF instead of gold. Trade gold futures instead of gold. Trade for the gold miners. There are ways around. Trade, Darwinex. You can trade the gold CFD. But yes, there are some prop firms out there who are just trying to comply with U.S. law when it comes to trading gold and silver. It's just it's a nightmare of regulations in some respects when it comes to gold. Again, when all else fails, I turn to Darwinex because you can trade anything. They're based in England. I want to say England, and they're regulated by them, and you can do whatever you want over there. If you're interested in it, I've got a video on a YouTube channel on explaining everything there is about Darwinex. I will have more information for you, Mark, about Top One. I'll look it up and look at it. But hey, just go to propfirmmatch.com. Again, no affiliation. I just use them. They're the Yelp of prop firms. But above all, read everything there is to read about them. Understand it. And don't focus on the payout. Just focus on the fact that you now have access to the wide world of trading. And your goal is just to go out every day and trade with consistency. Think about the farmer. The farmer doesn't plant for the harvest. The farmer plants because he's being obedient. God told him to plant the crop, and he did. And whatever comes up out of the ground comes from God. Same thing with the prop firm. Over here on the Forest Gold Trading EA prop firm Darwinex account. Right? I'm just there for consistency. Whatever comes out of it is a gift from God. I'm not worried about the payouts. I'm only seeking consistency. So that's it for today. I think I didn't at all touch on Forest. We'll do that another day. I'm going to do my best to day trade the Frank strategy on the 5-minute chart, I think. The Frank Jr. Thank you, Mark, for reminding me. Bless my heart with my memory. Mr. Producer, help me remember to type up the Frank Jr. strategy. It's a great supplement, accessory to Frank. I will do my best, Mark, to remember to do that. I think we're meeting on Sunday, so I'll do my best to make that happen by Sunday. So with that, guys, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Where's the button?